Did you know that while helping others, we inadvertently help ourselves? Let us find out how. There are glands in our body that secrete certain hormones that can together be called the happy hormones. These are serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, and endorphins. These are responsible for our moods, regulating our sleeping and waking, love and bonding with friends and family, etc. When we help other people, or are kind to someone, or get a sense of achievement after having completed a task that we like, or spend some happy, fulfilling time with family and friends, there is an increase in these hormones. The daily dose of sunshine also helps in increasing endorphins and serotonins in our body. When the amount of these hormones secreted in our body is less than required, we may become susceptible to something like depression and anxiety. This generation that spends a lot of time indoors glued to mobiles is probably more at risk for the very same reason. There may be yet another major reason for the increasing instances of depression and anxiety. We are living in a world where there are plenty of friends on social media, but very few real friends one can trust. Today, when we shake hands with someone, we don't know what may be behind the facade. But whatever the circumstances, we need to look after our mental health just the way we look after our physical health. Nowadays, people have started using words like depression and anxiety all too often. In fact, it is often seen that people seldom differentiate between sadness and depression. It is important to understand the difference between the two. Sadness is something that is natural if we feel bad about something or are unhappy about something. Depression, however, is a mental health disorder that is a clinical condition that needs to be treated by a psychologist and a psychiatrist. A person suffering from depression may remain sad for days together without any reason. He or she may lose interest in otherwise pleasurable activities. The person may develop feelings of worthlessness and start feeling guilty unnecessarily. If you feel that you or someone around you is experiencing feelings of depression or anxiety, you should definitely visit a doctor. For all you know, you may be experiencing the symptoms simply due to a deficiency of vitamin D or B12. And if it does turn out to be depression, we need to understand that it is manageable with medicines and psychotherapy. The important thing is to get help at the right time. We must learn to treat a mental health issue just like any other bodily ailment. Wouldn't you think of visiting a doctor if you hurt your leg? In the same manner, we should go to a psychiatrist if we face a mental health issue. Attaching any kind of stigma should have no place in a civilized society. Anxiety is also becoming increasingly common. Naturally occurring anxiety is intended to elicit a fight or flight response in individuals so that they may take appropriate action when faced with any kind of threat. But we don't keep it that way. Many of us worry without any reason. And once we have anxiety, we start worrying about having anxiety and the cycle begins. The excessive worry or anxiety, known as GAD or generalized anxiety disorder, does not help us in any way, but on the contrary harms us. The anxiety may be due to very physical reasons like an untreated acid reflux, or it may be psychological. In either case, it would be wise to visit the doctor without any hesitation to get the right diagnosis. You know, there is something very interesting taught by Buddhist monks, and I have personally seen it work for some people. They say that if you accept and even welcome the anxiety or depression that you have as easily as you accept common cold, they may start to lose their intensity and may even go away. Some of you may have heard the story about the monster that fed on anger. Once he went and occupied the throne of a king who had gone out of the kingdom for a few days. The ministers and the subjects tried to get rid of the monster by a display of anger and force. And every time they got angry, the monster grew more powerful and bigger. A wise sage happened to visit the kingdom at the time. He understood the situation and spoke kindly and lovingly to the monster, asking him to vacate the throne every morning and evening. The monster lost his strength every time he was kindly spoken to and soon became small enough to be carried out of the kingdom. In the same manner, when we stop worrying and start accepting depression and anxiety, they gradually start reducing. Of course, there are cases that would need regular treatment and medication, but we will know that only when we visit a doctor. So, is there something that you and me can do? Of course, there is. We can stop attaching any kind of stigma to mental health issues. We can be sensitive to and sensitize others to the needs of people grappling with mental health issues. We can lovingly and with kindness contribute to making our world a better place for all. And the most important of all, we can start believing that most mental health issues are manageable and treatable. What is needed is the right attitude and seeking professional help at the right time. And we can also take preventive measures by building hope and resilience within us, taking care of our health by regular exercise, cultivating healthy eating habits, practicing yoga and meditation, and of course, getting our daily dose of sunshine. Hope the video was helpful. Please click on the subscribe button or the bell icon to subscribe to the channel so that you can get more such videos in your dashboard.